Hello everybody, welcome to the first video of Ed with Arat. Today we are going to do a topic of science of class 5, miscible and immiscible liquids. Let's start. So here we go. Today we'll be learning about to understand the preparation of solutions by mixing liquids. Classify liquids into two types depending on their ability to mix with each other. Give examples of each type of liquid. Conduct simple experiments based on the concept learned. We have learned to make solutions by mixing solids and liquids like sugar and milk will become sweetened milk. This will be a solution for us. Just like here, solid, which will be the solute, salt, and liquid, solvent, water, will make us the solution, salt water or saline water. As you can see here, we mix paints to get a specific paint which we don't have at home, like we mix yellow and blue to make green. So you can also make solutions by mixing two liquids like water and lemon juice. When you use water plus lemon juice, we'll get lemon water as the solution. So here we can see that water and lemon juice are two liquids that mix each other to form a solution. Okay, so let me remember. Yes, chocolate syrup plus milk we use to make chocolate milk. Here we can see that chocolate syrup and milk are two different liquids that mix with each other to form a solution, chocolate milk. Can you think of some more examples? Of course, you can, like vinyl and water, which we use to mop our floor. Please comment below if you have more in your mind. Let's try mixing two more liquids, water and oil. What's the world? Water is floating on oil is floating on water. Here we can see that water and oil do not mix with each other. Even if you try to stir and shake to mix the oil and water, they do not mix with each other. This is odd. So it seems that all liquids readily mix with each other to form a solution. Yes, you got it right. Liquids that mix with each other are called miscible liquids, like water and lemon juice or chocolate syrup and milk to form. So these are called miscible liquids, like this paint and ink and water here. When we mix it, it get mixed, and this water becomes purple in color because it's a immiscible liquid. Then what about the liquids that do not? These are called immiscible liquids, like oil and water. Here you can see vegetable oil and water. They do not mix with each other. Wait a second. Everybody will have a question at this point. Critical thinking. Out of the two of the immiscible liquids, why does oil floats on water? Why can't water float on oil? Let's see. It's due to the concept of density. What is density? Let's understand density with a simple example. If we put 100 people in a classroom, how crowded it would be. And if we put 100 people in the stadium, how crowded it would be. The classroom seems very crowded and the stadium seems empty. Yes, you're correct. Density is the number of molecules in one area. Like here we have this with molecules, that is more density. And but if we see this, we are having less density. This is one of the properties of solid and gas. Now, the word scientists use for crowding is density. How closely molecules are crowded or packed together in a space is called density. Like here we can see in the same area, the density is different. There is more crowding of molecules here. So there is more density. And we have even less spaces here. So more density. There's less crowding of molecules here. So less density. We have more spaces. So it has less density. Density decides if something will float or sink. More denser will sink and less dense will float. That is why oil has less density, so it floats. But water has more density, so it sinks. See, we can see it here. Oil shows less crowding of molecules, so oil is less dense. Water shows more crowding of molecules, so water is more dense. So oil is less dense than water, hence oil floats on water. Just like that, if you go on the Dead Sea, you will feel that even in the sea, you are not sinking. Why? Because in the Dead Sea, there's a lot of amount of salt. That is why taking up the space between them. And when it has more density than even us humans, then we can float on water. Yoo-hoo. Now let's we here is what we learned. Miscible liquids that are liquids that mix with each other. Example, water and lemon juice. Immiscible liquids are liquids that do not mix with each other, like oil and water. Oil floats on water as oil has less density than water. And density is the other name for crowding. Let's see a video to understand density. Let's start. Here we will see about density.
Start and add some syrup or treacle.
This is water mixed with blue
And I'm going to
color.
add a little bit
And
more
then
water to
there
make the layer a
is
bit thicker. Then
honey
finally,
or
fill the glass up
any
with some
other
oil.
syrup. And then we mix oil into it. We set a lid for 10 to 15 minutes. And then what we see is that they are in whole layers. And when we drop this metal pen, it is even denser than honey or syrup. So it goes straight down. And the scrape is less denser than syrup but more denser than the water. That's why it is stable here. And when we put a bottle cap, then it sits on water as it is less denser than water. And lastly, a sponge. It is the least denser here. That is why you can see everything sits one upon the other. The most denser here is the metal, and then the syrup, then the grape, then the water, then the bottle cap, then oil, and the least denser here is sponge. Thank you. So that please subscribe to our channel and comment and like. You will encourage us to encourage you.